Now let's talk about some scopes of chemistry. So see, we have seen sour mangoes and ripened mangoes. So sour mangoes are basically, mangoes which haven't ripened yet, and they are usually green mangoes. So green mangoes taste sour because there is acids present in it, and organic acids taste a bit sour. There is succinic acid, succinic acid actually. Okay, there is succinic acid and okay, succinic acid and maloic acid, which are actually responsible for making the mango sour. Now, when enzyme, the name of the enzyme is galactonase, this enzyme actually converts these acids into glucose and fructose. Now, we do know that the sugar is basically fructose. Okay, so what it does is that enzyme actually converts these acids into glucose and fructose, and that's why the ripened mangoes taste, sweet. It's sweet. So here you can see that chemistry is involved, right? So here a chemical reaction took place, and it actually converted us, green mango, which unripe mango, into a ripened mango. And this is also you can say this is a example of chemical reaction, example of chemistry occurring in nature. Okay. Next on, okay. Next on we have woods, right? So woods are basically carbon based, you can say. By the way, do you know that our human skin is basically carbon based? Woods are basically carbon based. So what happens is when you burn something, when you burn woods, and at the end or after the whole process has been done, it turns into ashes, right? It becomes a black powdery type of substance. And why does it happen? Because a chemical reaction takes place. So what happens is when you fire this up, this fire reacts with the oxygen which is present in the air, and if something is reacting with the oxygen, then that type of chemical reaction is called combustion reaction. So combustion reaction actually takes place, and the hydrocarbons actually convert into carbon dioxide and into water. Okay, and that's why if you burn something, you will see black smoke is being created surrounding it. Okay, you can actually see it, and why you can see it? Because that smoke is basically a combination of carbon dioxide and water. Okay, well, obviously the water is in its vapor form or gaseous form. Okay, so yeah, that's also a phenomenon of chemistry. So it happens on the daily basis in our daily life. You have witnessed you have witnessed this situation a lot of times in your in your life. Okay, and next on, we have another phenomena, and that is we have faced acidity, right? When we face acidity, if we eat something bad, say for example, when we eat rich food, or when we eat something that's not very healthy, that actually creates acidity in our stomach. And acidity can be neutralized by taking something that has basic properties or alkaline properties, because acidity is created by acid which is called gastric acid, or you can also call it stomach acid, or you can also call it hydrochloric acid. So what it does is there is glands inside our stomach. Those glands actually secrete this stomach acid, and this stomach acid actually helps to digest the food. And if you don't eat your food according to the time, then the acid will it will secrete, and it will eventually burn your stomach. Okay, and this will create acidity and a very heartburn, you can also say it. So this will create a bad feeling, and if you want to get rid of it, then what you need to do is you need to neutralize this acid which has been floating in your stomach. And how can you do that? You can do that with the help of milk of magnesia. So what is milk of magnesia? Milk of magnesia is basically a mixture of aluminum hydroxide and magnesium hydroxide. So we take aluminum hydroxide and magnesium hydroxide together, and if we mix this together, this mixture is basically milk of magnesia. Okay. Called milk of magnesium. Okay, and what it does, it reacts with the hydrochloric acid present in your stomach. The reaction kind of goes like this. The reaction is like this. Aluminum hydroxide is reacting with the hydrochloric acid. This is the chemical formula of hydrochloric acid, and when they react together, they create a salt and water. Now, if acid and base are reacting together, by the way, acids and bases are entirely different from each other. Okay, so when they react together, the chemical reaction is called neutralization reaction, and it will always result in giving you salt and water. So we take a salt of aluminum chloride and we get our water. Okay, so H2O. Same happens for magnesium hydroxide as well. Magnesium hydroxide is a base or alkali, you can say. Okay. Here, and this is called magnesium chloride and this is called aluminum chloride. Both of these are salts. Okay. Okay. So yeah, this chemical reaction actually takes place in your stomach, and that's how the acid is neutralized in your stomach and the acidity or heartburn is gone. So that's also a natural phenomena. A very, I would say, very good example of chemistry occurring in human body. Okay, so yeah, that's also example of chemistry.